Good morning, Sharon here and welcome to my channel. I've got a piece of tea dyed sheet, old sheet I had that was white, and I've tea dyed it. And I'm going to make some fabric paper today. And what I've done, I've got an A4 sheet cut around but leaving a border as well. And then I've got some Holtz tissue. I'm going to be using this one, the Avery. I have also the photographic and the typography. And I've got some, I found when I cut this, I've got a couple of pieces here that were sort of just odds. So I'm going to cover these in one each of these as well. Now, to start off with, you need watered down glue, PVA glue with water, and it's quite thin, and a brush. And I'm just going to go across here and I've already got glue on me. Start here, yeah, and then work my way across the sheet. And you need quite a lot of glue. Make it wet so that it soaks into the fibres here. Like this. There are other videos out there on this, different ways of doing it, what you use, etc. So I'm just hopefully bring it down to here. Right, and then work my way across. I think I've done this down the wrong way, doesn't matter because I will turn it around like this. I started the wrong side. We all do these mistakes. And I will go here and do it upside down and work my way across. So what I will do now is carry on and work my way across on this bottom bit as well. Need to put a coat on the top as well. So just go across and make sure this is sealed as well. Right, when that is finished, I'm then going to get my heat gun and I'm just going to take the worst of it off. You could do the whole thing in this. I go over till it's sort of tacky and then I'll hang it on the washing line outside to dry, as living in a hot country, it dries quite quickly. So as you can see, it's dry, but it's very stiff and all rolled up. So now I have to iron it flat. And for that, I'm going to put a bit of greaseproof paper over the top. I've got my ironing mat and a cloth as well. And just go over it gently. I go over this side first. And I'll do the edges. Oops, that's hot. Be sensible, Sharon. Then I turn it over. Oops, and do it this side as well. So let's have a look. Oh yeah. Right, then the next thing is to put some, I want to put some lining inside, not lining, wadding, that's what it's called. So I've cut this to sort of roughly A4 size, along with some heat and bond, which I'm going to put onto here. Now, I'll just move this out of the way for the minute. And I will do the heat and bond first on here. Okay, I'm now going to leave this to dry, to cool down. Next, I'm just going to trim around the edges of this, just to even it up a bit. I'm not too worried about the rough edges because I'm going to be turning it in. Just want to get rid of the excess tissue that we've got on here. I've trimmed all around the edges, and as you can see, it's pretty uneven. So I'm going to flip it. Let's move that out the way. Flip it. And then we need to iron this onto here. So I'm just going to peel this off, hopefully. There we go. Right. But as you can see, I've got quite a good border around the edge. So I'm going to put that about there, because I'm going to be turning these edges in and sewing down as well. Now I'm going to put that back on for now. And then to put it on here, you have to leave, when you're doing it, putting the paper onto the fabric, you just run it over for 2 seconds in a spot. When you're actually putting this down fabric to fabric with the bonding, heat and bond in between, you're supposed to hold it down for 4 seconds to make sure it adheres to the underneath. Now I need to let this cool, and then I will be back to turn these bits in and show you what I do for that. This is all finished now, but it's quite stiff. So I'm going to make it softer by using my Mod Podge mixed with softener. There is a video of doing this. I think it came out last week. I'm not too certain when it came out, but you'll see a video. I was using napkins for it. But now I'm going to go over this with the Mod Podge mixed with softener. Oh, if you haven't seen that video, the quantity is 2 to 1, 2 Mod Podge to 1 fragrance and colour-free softener. But I will link that video for you to watch. Right, we'll now leave that to dry. It doesn't take too long, Mod Podge, so that shouldn't be too long. I'll be back. So this is lovely and soft, and I love the feel of it. It's almost like leather. Next, I'm going to cut the corners off here, and then we're just going to glue them down with some glue stick. Because I want to sew around it, and to do that I don't want too much glue going with my sewing machine, otherwise it will all jam up. All I do is I will have to try and make sure I get it all level, kind of thing, you know, not skew whiff. So this is not meant to hold it permanently. Okay, so I'm going to start off by folding this way and just making sure that's lined up, and then see it is just very slightly out there, so I'm going to pull it over a bit more. I'm not quite over the wadding inside. I think that's about right. Okay, what I'll do now is just let this dry so that when it goes through my machine it'll be okay. And then I will also put some Fabri-Tac underneath here just to make sure that it's glued down and on these corners here. And then we've got to put the inside bits in as well. And that will be a journal cover, and then I will need to decide what papers I'm going to use. I've sewn around the cover so it's won't fray or anything like that. Any of the fabric won't fray with this fabric paper. And again, as I say, if you've seen the video with the Mod Podge and softener, that's what I've put over the top to seal it. And I really like them. I like them like this. And I've chosen some papers to go on the back and on the front. And I think I've got a bird kit from Pixie Dust Files, again using what I've got that I've had for ages, and I think I'm going to use that to in this journal. And this comes from Aldecina, a kit of hers, and I can't remember which kit because I think I've used it, but I don't know what. No, it wasn't. It was a freebie. That was it. It was a freebie ages ago. And I haven't used a lot of that. Now I'm using the 3-in-1 because I've found that is quite good with this fabric paper that you can do. I mean, really, please try these out. They are excellent to make. They're so soft, so soft. And if you pad it with this wadding, it's even better. So I'll just finish these off and then I'll do the other one. There, and then what I get is tissue, just go round it like this, and then I put my roller over it. What I did forget to say was that once I'd sewn these down, I then went round with 3-in-1 and sewed the edges down, glued the edges down as well. And I used my ruler to make sure they're attached. So this is not going anywhere. Right, I'll do the next one. Okay, there we go. Just make sure they are glued. And then what I've got is a strip of cream paper. I was trimming the edge and made a nick out of it, but it doesn't matter, as we're going to glue this down the middle here. Trim that up, and then I'm putting some lace over the top. Have it poking out a little bit, I think. The top and the bottom. So I'm just going to cut there for now. And again, I'm just going to put some straight down the middle. And I'm going to be using, when you do this, I would suggest Fabri-Tac. I have my other glue, but I found it didn't stick it as well as this, or your 3-in-1. I might just trim that edge up. Actually, I think it's a bit too long. Once it's dry, I'll fray it out a bit as well. So there's the journal cover I've made from fabric paper. We've made some fabric paper, and I've made a journal cover for it as well. And look, it's flexible as well. And that padding just gives it that little bit extra strength, I think, but it's still so flexible. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit all those buttons, the like button, notification bell, and subscribe if you haven't for more videos. Thanks a lot. Bye.